and this is according to traditional Chinese medicine, also known as TCM. Balancing the wood skin condition with toner, oiliness, blackheads, hyperpigmentation, reducing oiliness to clear and brighten the skin. Now is the time to begin encouraging our active yang energy, applying the wood feetothere to the liver and gallbladder zones on the face. Remember, the feetotheres work on the etheric level. And also applying the wood yogi body gel to the outside of the legs, which is the gallbladder meridian, to support circulation. To clarify, soften, and mattify the skin with green clay mask. In energetic spring, it's best to nourish the liver, eat greens, especially bitters, rest up for summer, walk in the morning sunlight, and take advantage of the lighter spring appetite. To achieve a balanced state of well-being, move into living harmoniously with the energetic season when it arrives, regardless of apparent weather conditions. And remember, if your skin is already in balance, taking into account what is normal for your age, then now is the time to use skin, hair, and body care from the Wood Energetic line. Follow for more or gain insight to add energy medicine to your healing practice. Go ahead and visit tonyad.tv/phyto-5 or email info@tonyad.tv, and I will see you on the other side. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic being. did this again. Hang on now. I bet you can hear me now, possibly. Let me know, Carla. That's hilarious. So, yeah, we went back to the stars. I forgot I did a podcast earlier, so I hope you can hear me. Let me check the mic. Yep, it should be working now. Okay, my apologies. So, for example, that's hilarious. You get the mic again today. So much for me moving things around. So for the south, if a lamp is present in the south or sector of your home, a ceiling lamp, the presence of fire, an object that enhances this beneficial star of property or prosperity for the year of 2023. Or have you felt an inner divine drive to live your life purpose even over the last few years? So it's been calling us or pushing us forward for quite a while, probably before our earth plane arrival in time and space, actually to push us out there. But today's a day to walk that light path, forcing those universal streams. It's time to initiate and participate in that journey. What's the gift you've received from the universe, your gift and your purpose? It really is time to really acknowledge and sign up. Just know that the universe does have our back if we allow and we listen, we tune in. It's the greatest choreographer of all time to be our own best friend and loving ourselves along the way, patting ourselves on the back as we see how far we've done and what we've created. And it's saying yes and what else, and trusting in ourselves and say yes to the revealing, the reveling of who we are authentically, our authenticity. So as we come out of the shell, we're shedding our skin, even kind of coming out of this galactic cocoon, feeling that inner light shining brighter. So it really is an energy where we commit to changing our stars back to our original form, our authenticity. So with that, I'm sorry you missed the intro. Welcome to the Daily Snippet. Once again, I am your host. And if you're new to my show, I'm a practicing holistic shaman medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon. I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is a merging of it all, my own choreography. But my intention is to utilize the indigenous ways, the origins, those technologies, along with the elemental realms, and navigating the essence of our original divine blueprint, possibly bringing us back to our origins, navigating our soul's harmonic with this personal seed sound that we all carry. It's our own organic, energetic sound echoing off of us through these elemental realms, the imaginal, into and through the shaman's portal, if you will, the eighth energetic center, the cosmos with the subtle realms, and authentically so much more, with offerings, prescriptions, and rituals, the otherworldly kind, generally bringing us down to our origins to really add to the sauce, the main stage ingredient of who we are individually within our essence, our personal container, whatever our personal medicine is. That's really our gift and purpose, our prime directive, possibly opening the door to discover what your inner light is, your brilliance, your personal medicine, really the star that I believe we all are, possibly reintroducing you to that magical being, the essence that really resides within each and every one of us so that our light shines even brighter. My name is Tonya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And sorry about the mic today. That's kind of funny. And if you have yet to subscribe to my channels, please do, YouTube or otherwise. I'm navigating and mapping things out different myself. Of course, on YouTube, you're watching me right now, Musing with Tonya D, my podcast. We do have this energy of vibration excelling through time and space and dimension, elevating who we are. It's quantum, it's energetic, it's eccentric, it's innovative, it's sometimes unseen, sometimes it's the breath, it's the void, the pause in the in-between, the breakdown before the breakthrough. It's an energy of the magic that we all are. It's unique and divine to our essence. It's our divine blueprint is kind of how I see it. It's that I am presence. It's unique and individual to each and every one of us. Your divine magic is unique to you, and mine is unique to me. It's an essence. If you're not sure what I'm even musing about, because sometimes I am a little out there, Change Your Stars. That's an online offering where I cover this and really so much more. And I always like to give a shout out to the peeps entering the village, my new community, a validation, a voice of acknowledgement that I do see you and I do appreciate you. Those new friends and guests arriving to the show, new subscribers and all. And also, of course, those that have been part of my journey since the very beginning. I always like to notice that it takes a village, a tribe, a community to really hit our goals. My goal for February is to blast this out even further. So, gratitude and blessings to you and for you for assisting me to do that. And of course, those of you that do tune into the replay later as well. And if you don't mind, of course, hitting the bell button and following the white rabbit, hitting the white button. That's just what I call that. Don't know what I'm talking about sometimes. However, just know a comment if you do feel like you need a message for your day to get you out of your own way. And sharing is just another way of paying it forward. It really is a gratitude blessing. I always have my blessing bowl sitting right on my desk. And of course, you can also find me on other social channels, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram as well. Just remember, I am your otherworldly shamanic assistant. You truly are your own healer. I believe we have that divine perspective, but sometimes we do have energetic hiccups and we do need an otherworldly life coach assistant, myself included, to really get us out of our own magical way. We get in our own way. And the daily snippet, what do I muse about here? It's all about musing. It's the cosmic insights, the planets. They're part of our divine design, the elementals, the 4 pillars in Chinese astrology, along with our subtle centers, the energetic centers, also called the chakras, the channels, the meridians, the pathways, and even out into our auric fields. I also try to chime in for a message for our day. But being that we've navigated into the center of the season of Aquarius, our optimistic venue, our eccentric stuff. Possibly you had a revolutionary wake-up call with the full moon. So there's really, for this Monday, there's a lot of mystical magic happening for us if we're awake to that. And being that we're in the middle of the season, we're kind of in this interdimensional cosmic kind of Tesla 369 kind of frequency. So you may even find that your ability to think and thoughts floating by in the cloud line, the administration channel, stay curious, question everything. Things are getting interesting. So it's even a possibility that our thoughts need to be guided to a more kind of discerning than normal capacity, to be discerning, discern things even energetically. So the intention is the conversation with spirit, really reaching the substar, if you will, that we are, with this absolute light that reaches this more intuitive knowing state. Recalibration, really. So both channels are really consciously at the same frequency elevation, harmonic, which is fantastic. If you feel it in your bones and know it in your soul that this harmonic, this is actually the beating in the rhythm of our own heart. It may just decide to commit to more with the focus of an end goal, the end result, what we're focusing towards. So it's a message to really open up a gate. It's not a race. It's kind of this inner knowingness, a commitment designed by the ethers, the universe, along with our heart, streaming in. Because I brought up period 8, though, I thought I should also bring up the flying star number 9, because that has some interesting energy, because we are going to be entering what's called period 9 in 2024. So we're kind of tidying up, finishing up period 8. This cycle is in the flying stars and feng shui, wind and water. It lasts 20 years. So if you can, go back to 2004, and if you can cycle through from 2004, kind of reminisce on what was happening for you then, where you were then versus where you are now. And the star 9 in this particular year of 2023 is in the north of our homes and offices in feng shui. This flying star, the 9, is actually associated with the element of fire, believed to bring more energy, passion, success. The 9 is symbolic of the season of summer. It's a time of warmth. It's fun in the sun. It's yang energy. It's activity. It's the color of red. Usually, sometimes I associate purple with it, like royal purple, but it's fame, it's reputation, those kinds of aspects of life. So this star can bring or assist us in getting more recognition or success in our careers and other endeavors like that. It's also known as the multiplication star, like multiplication, like times 5 or times 9, I guess. It's a yin fire energy. So the name multiplication, it multiplies into the positive, those positive events in our lives, both for material goods, positive gains, even professional promotions, expansions within the family, which would be a birth of a child or marriages, stuff like that. adding to the family, the community. But it's also about popularity. It's about fame. It's about beauty, those kind of recognitions. So to activate this star in the south, we want to place elements of nature and wood in the north sectors of our homes and offices. It's the energy of the cosmos kind of bringing in. So we've got this great polarity right through the center. The center of the home, the north and the south is happening. The west side's kind of crickety. I'm not going to go into that. I tend to not like to go down the rabbit holes because I just don't like that. But the energy of the cosmos, it's one of being a leader, being self-led, the role of taking our own leadership role, initiating a new direction to take, and knowing that we are in command or in control of our own story. So you may have felt kind of a sense of inner responsibility or a desire to take control over situations. I know that's instigating for me. But this can also bring about an inner side effects inside of us, like of self-judgment. Maybe you're being overly critical of yourself. Maybe you're feeling like a burden to yourself or to others. So kind of using our feelings as that main stage barometer and filling in. But the only voice that really matters is by divine design. It really is our intuition, that spirit container, the great spirit, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of time to be excelling in our vibration, our starlight, like shining brighter, our brilliance. So if you're feeling the call to really change your stars, this really is a perfect opportunity to start the process, because we are ascending, whether we're awake or not, or aware or not. So the universe is moving us. Pluto's been cleansing and polishing and tidying things up in the government, corporate agendas, those kinds of big business kinds of things, ripping the rug out. But the energy of today is this fluid energy. It's constant, it's yang, it's dynamic. So instead of static, which is yin, and waiting, it's moving. It's the ebbs and the flows. It's the in-breath and the out-breath, like cleansing out our own inner chalice. So this flow really requires heart's installed commitment, installing that, to be in the flow, to be in consistent flow. So if you are able to decide to a certain vibration, able to maintain it, commit to it, bringing it into your daily life, your choreography, this may be a commitment you have to yourself. It could be a job, a relationship, even knowing that our life is transforming and changing through this entire season of 2023. I'm not even kidding. But it's starting now. It's been instigated. And the key and the goal is really to maintain this energetic flow of this direction, being your own director, having a focal point as we are kind of, you might even be pushed forward. I just like to say moving forward. Sometimes things push us. It may also take the baby steps, those smaller ones, to really reach the goals. I kind of believe that they're kind of a stronger one in the domino effect of things than the large push forward, if you will. But you also might decide to walk away from something in your daily life that brings you down, that's dimming your light, that's making you shrink in your day-to-day life. You're something that's stilling your vitality, your light, basically. And have you noticed that, or have you felt that? I know myself, I have felt it. I know I'm not alone. Things are changing in these very dynamic ways for us, not necessarily to us. So just a few announcements. Tomorrow is the last day of the Rising of the Origins. The replays are going to be up for 10 more days, I believe, so you can actually hop on to the portal. There's some goodies in there. There's still some time for that as well. And I also have a new podcast out, Becca Rich, Regulating Time Like a Nomadic Explorer. And I also have an adventure to Mongolia coming up in August of this year, if you want to be a part of that. Space is limited. This is a nomadic journey into Mongolia, places that humans kind of haven't explored, at least tourist-wise. But for today, besides I should pull this up again for tomorrow. But for today, let me see what I got happening here. Oh, my mouse doesn't like me now. So much for change. For today, on the elemental highway, look at that. We have a Yin Wood Goat, the greatest of all time. I love goat days. This is our inner world, yin energy, and our outer world, the yang wood, the tiger month. And we are in the year of the black rabbit. It's streaming. Did you feel the shift over the weekend? Like, I felt it move myself. But not only did we have the full moon, but the elementals literally took the stage. So yin wood is a vine, and it's the kind of energy that the more you prune it, the more it grows. It's tenacious. And the rabbit actually energy is the same way. So it's like this universal bonsai trimming the tree. So this is an energy of making things happen, being accommodating like a vine. You know how vines, they like go wherever they want. Doesn't matter if you trim them, they come back. They come back every year, like more ferocious, I guess. It makes its way wherever it wishes to flow to reach the goal. And the goat below, this has the energy of our day. It's in storage. So it's wealth that's earned from something that we create or something that we're doing. It's the energy of it. And have you ever noticed when you are heartfelt in love with whatever you're doing, you know the feeling of you're just loving what you're doing and time flies by. So this is that kind of energy. It's prosperity, it's abundance. It's this unseen gift from doing what we're doing from a place of loving it. So we do have to work for it, but it's not laborious. The month is a parallel to the spirit to our day, wood to wood, yin to yang, if you will, friends and competitors. But this is more of a competing energy. So is the tiger. So competition comes out of the seams, if you will. And the water on the year, that's a parent or a mentor to a wood day. Teacher, the rabbit's a friend, possibly a sibling. Where the yang wood and the tiger, that could be some sibling rivalry, sibling competition, because that's what that represents. But our day does need fire, which is hidden in the branches, the yin and the yang of it. So we've got a candle, we've got the sun, we've got spirit there. It gets released, actually. It's hidden and it gets released. And metal, we do need metal to actually trim all the vines and prune the trees, giving our day direction. Instead of sticking at a crossroads. And metal's also an elemental I would actually bring in today, and fire. So we do have options. I'm all about options. The hour of the pig, we have more wood coming in. And the hour of the ox, more wood is also released. So the hour of the monkey, we do have the mountain kind of coming out. And the hour of the rooster, we have some fighting words possibly. Something like that, because the rooster's kind of scratchy. So again, we have options, lots of options. I would either, again, go with metal, trimming all that wood energy, tidying it up. It's spring, it's active, getting our ideas ready for some charismatic, kind of passionate fire. Fire is output for a wood person. Okay, so that's a lot. And again, I apologize. I forgot I did a podcast and didn't change mics, but we're doing great. We're doing fantastic today. Okay, so I'm going to do the shells next. And it's fascinating how the shells also align with the energy of the day. But it's a day to surrender to spirit, the ancestor realm, source, accessing the star that we are, which is definitely navigating the cosmic highway and the elementals. So it's a question of, are we trusting our intuition, the pronunciation of words out in community? It may be an idea to connect to a wise old tree and just imagine what a tree has seen over its entire journey, its lifetime. You may find that it's time to do a surrendering, and in doing so, we then become more devoted to where, or have a knowing of where we do belong in this choreography. And communication is the key. Spirit is the divine operator in this. This is even the ancient, otherworldly, old wisdom. It feels probably, when I say ancient, I'm feeling like galactic ancient, could be like the ancient origins even, stuff that we may have become into relationship with, having this kind of channeling kind of feeling, if you will, channeling it in. Our own personal medicine becomes our CEO of our prime directive, our mission on the planet. So it's like stewards of the earth plane. And the end goal of the day, the energy, is to take it to our heart and to decide and commit to a higher way of being, excelling. It may feel enlightening. It literally may feel like glitters of starlight, if you will, sparks of stars, just really raising our star quotient, our light, which transforms life, so that we're kind of allowing this flowing, this universal streaming, if you will, of absolute light to be a sustaining light force of vibration that really elevates us to a different way of beingness, a different level, and just continually and consciously. Ascension really comes from our heart and our soul, but we have to descend all the way first in order to ascend. So it's this energy of streaming from the universe, the oneness field, really allowing God universe, to the Great Spirit, Allah, whatever you want to call it. There's so many names. And I think they kind of sit at the cosmic round table now that I say that out loud, but just allowing that frequency energy to handle all of those perceived problems and taking it to its highest elevated form of what we're able to commit to and journey to, doing a spiritual container, kind of that round table evaluation, all the spiritual beings sitting at the cosmic round table. So if your heart and your soul are in this alignment and it resonates between those two, these frequencies, these energies, it's a transformation. You'll know it. You'll know it's the right path. You're not at the crossroads anymore, because it's in the flow. It's for your highest, greatest good. So it's this excelling higher. It's excellence, sustaining that excellence. It reminds me of Terry Tucker's book, actually, kind of feeling into that higher energy of excelling a vibrational life. That's kind of what it feels like. So I would affirm that I'm sourcing the divine, having this divine connection. Maybe you're channeling, I don't know, for a life that really authentically resonates with you, and one that you can commit to without any problems or challenges. There's magic on the other side, right? It kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you remember the CTR rings. I don't even know if they still have those. Choose the right. I remember when I was little, you have this object, this ring that discerns if you're choosing the right. Okay, folks, that's all. Feeling a little Looney Tunes today. It's almost 1 o'clock. With that, I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for listening. Blessings.
Yeah, I really see it as a ripple effect. So like, if you're imagining this visual of like something dropping in water, like the thing that we drop in is coming back to you. And when you come back to yourself, when you come home to yourself, mind, body, and soul, you're able to do it all. And so I see it, rippling into just simply accomplishing everything that you want to do, right? The most common thing people struggle with. I just want to get the things that I need to get done. That's like the easiest thing. Like, I help people do that so easily. It's what comes after that. And so when you're able to do all of the things you want to do or need to do, you make the money, you achieve your goals, you do the things, everything that you wanted starts happening.